Hi, I'm Evan Tauscher with jamplay.com, and welcome back to my classical guitar course. In this lesson, we're going to be combining some of the elements that we were talking about in previous lessons, specifically with the plucking and releasing of right hand tension. What we're going to be focusing on in this etude is a pattern that you'll see all over the place in the classical guitar repertoire. This pattern in 6, that goes like this, PIMAMI, is a pattern you'll see all over the classical guitar repertoire, and that's what I wrote this etude to focus on. In this etude, our neutral position is going to be with our thumb on the low E string, and then our I finger on the G string, our M finger on the B string, and then our A finger on the high E. You start this exercise with this simple pattern in 6, which goes P-I-M-A-M-I-P. After this first rotation of P-I-M-A-M-I, you're actually going to put your P finger on the A string, and you're going to pluck this F sharp on the 9th fret with your 3rd finger. So it's going to start like this. Then you're going to pluck this E with your 1st finger on the 7th fret and play that same pattern in the right hand with the open G, B, and E and back. You're going to continue this pattern after that, and your 4th finger next is going to go to the 10th fret of the low E string to play this D. So far we have then you're going to play a C, which is the 8th fret of the low E string, then a B on that low E string with your 1st finger, it's the 7th fret, and then you're going to slide down this way and land with an open E. This is called a glissando. So that's the end of the first section, which in total sounds like this. As you're practicing this, you'll want to focus on trying to keep your notes perfectly even rhythmically. That's what we're going to work on next. What can happen is when we start to speed up, this pattern starts to become lopsided, uneven, or really strangely accented. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to work on this, and really any other similar arpeggio pattern. So let's practice this first chunk of the etude by just accenting our I finger. So we're going to have that note launching out louder than all of the others. Let's try it. It's really difficult to build that kind of control with every finger, but once you've got it, you'll be able to really control if you're doing something lopsided or uneven, and your mind will be able to tell your fingers what to do, rather than the other way around. So now let's do the same thing, but let's just accent our M finger, our middle finger. So now let's practice that same thing, but we're going to just accent our A finger. This one's likely going to be easier than the others because this is the one that we most commonly inadvertently accent, because it's on the end of the arpeggio, on the outer strings. So let's just see what that feels like, and then from now on, we're not going to try to do that. So the melody in this etude is with our thumb, our P finger. So now let's try to keep all of these other notes really quiet except for our thumb. Now that you have a good basis on how you should practice this type of thing, let's go ahead and learn the rest of the etude. So let's continue this from where we left off. After this slide downwards, we're going to play this 7th fret on the A string, followed by that same pattern, And then with our first finger, we're going to play this G on the 5th fret of the D string. Then we're going to slide down and play the 5th fret of the A string, this D. Then this F sharp with our second finger, which is the 4th fret of the D string. Then we're going to slide down once again, and we're going to play this C on the 3rd fret of the A string. Then we're going to play with our second finger this E, which is the 2nd fret of the D string. And after that, we're going to play an open note on the 6th string with our thumb, and play this original neutral pattern again, followed by this B on the 7th fret of the 6th string, then the C with our second finger, which is 1 fret up on the 8th fret, back to the 7th fret, and then open E after this glissando downwards. Then we just play a little harmonic at the 12th fret. In total, the Etude should sound like this.